Good morning, everybody. On this gloriously drizzly, rainy November day, it has been so dry here in Midwestern Ohio that I'm kind of hoping it'll just rain all week. That's not gonna happen, but I'll take what we can get. Now today, I wanted to share with you guys a quick garden update on this first week of November. I don't have as much planted this year for the fall as I have in years past, but there's still a good amount of stuff going on. Now you'll see I haven't started my fall garden cleanup yet, and I still have to plant garlic, which I'm hoping to share in upcoming videos. But let's take a look around. It's been a rather odd fall so far here in my little corner of Ohio. The frost came about 2 weeks early, and I had 4 or 5 nights of light frost in early October, then got hit with the heavy frost in mid-October. But now we're in the upper 60s, lower 70s, which is quite unusual here in early November. So a lot of the brown dead stuff you'll see in here are my warm season annuals, which have been killed off by the cold. Some of this I'll clean up and add to the compost pile now, while other plants I'll just leave to break down through the winter. On past one of my volunteer artichokes and back to the loofah gourds. Loofah is a heat lover, so the very first frost killed off my plants, but I'm just letting the gourds hang out here for a while. If I'm in a hurry for the finished loofah sponges, I will bring these in and process them, but I found that just letting them hang out in the elements for a while makes it easier to peel off the skins and dry them. This is one of the loveliest plants in my garden right now. This rainbow candy crush kale was actually planted last fall. I thought it had winter killed, but it sprouted back this spring and continues to thrive. And on to my kale on steroids. I planted this in early spring and now it's over 6 feet tall, even with the crooked stem. This was from a kale mix called Gurney's Winter Wonderland Blend. On past all these old corn stalks that need chopped up and composted to the brassica row. In here I've got a mix of cauliflower and broccoli. And I've got my frost cover out and hoops up, ready to go once the weather gets really cold, but I've not had to use them yet. Broccoli heads are coming on, and these will be ready for harvest pretty soon. I've got my Brussels sprouts over here. This is a variety called Sylvia, which forms nice big sprouts. And now that I've had a few frosts, I'll get to start harvesting these. There's a lot of various cover crop back here too. Tiller radish, crimson clover, some Verde di Taglio chard left over from the spring, loads of calendula, volunteer dill, and rye cover crop. And up towards the front of this row, some lovely romaine lettuce and calendula mixed with hairy vetch. Toward the front of the garden, purple kohlrabi ready for picking, Here is a plant of rainbow lights chard, again left over from the spring. More kale. This is sunboar, and a little garden helper still in his jammies, and mamba kale. And tucked in front of my kohlrabi, delicious looking lettuces of all shapes and colors. Outside the garden fence is just kind of a mess at this point. I've got a lot of tear down going on. I'm in the process of cleaning up the hugelkultur beds right now. I've still got some winter squash back here that need picked up, and I've already got a lot of them up by the house. These beds will all get a nice thick mulch of chopped leaves before winter. Around back, this will be a brand new bed for next year. This is an area the chickens cleaned out for me, and I'll probably still try to get in here with some winter rye cover crop, even though it's getting pretty late in the season. Up to the greenhouses, I've got winter squash curing, some micro-dwarf tomatoes and peppers growing, and flower corn drying. And finally, a few cold weather crops going strong over at Mom and Dad's place. Some beautiful kale, chard, and broccoli. And over here, more broccoli and cabbage. So that's pretty much what is going on in the garden in this first week of November. Be sure to drop a line in the comments below and let me know what is going on in your garden right now. And if you enjoyed today's little garden tour, please consider subscribing to my channel, Growfully with Jenna. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.